Hello friends, today we are going to learn about the topic virtualization technologies, Zen technology, in which we are going to learn about its architecture, its domain, privileged instructions, etc. Zen technologies. What is Zen technologies or virtualization technologies? We have been knowing that virtualization is a technique. If we are going for hardware assisted virtualization or commonly known as HAL, then this virtualization technology, it virtualizes a single physical resource to multiple virtual machines, and those virtual machines then have their own individual users to access it. So this is done with the help of some of the technologies, one of which is Zen technology. In Zen, what is it? It is an open source hypervisor which is based on para virtualization. See, as we know, there are three types of virtualization: full virtualization, para virtualization. It is the most popular application of para virtualization, which is Zen is the most important application or most popular application of para virtualization. Zen has been extended to compatible with full virtualization using hardware assisted virtualization. Now, since Zen was based on para virtualization, it has been extended for full virtualization using hardware assisted virtualization. It enables high performance to execute guest operating system. Now guest operating system is with the virtual machine. So to execute guest operating system, Zen enables high performance in the machines. This is probably done by removing the performance loss while executing the instructions requiring significant handling, and by modifying portion of the guest operating system executed by Zen with reference to the execution of such instructions. Such instructions means the instructions given by the Zen. Hence, this especially supports x86, which is the most used architecture on commodity machines and servers. So from this, what it wants to explain is that how it enables guest operating system to perform or execute high performance. This is done by removing the performance loss by executing instructions which is required or which is requiring significant handling by modifying portion of what portion of the guest operating system, because we want guest operating system to execute with high performance, or I could say in other words that high performance execution is required from the guest operating system. Thus, modifying portion here of guest operating system which is executed by this Zen with reference to the execution of the instructions which is provided there. Hence, it supports what? It supports x86 architecture, which is the most used, or I could say most commonly used architecture in this commodity machines and servers. Then comes the diagram. See, in Zen, we have these four rings: ring 0, ring 1, ring 2, and ring 3. Here, user application is the unmodified ABI. Then it is bidirectional. That means it is connected to user domains. User domain is connected to user application, and user application is connected to user domains. Here, the user domains has three things, that is guest operating system, modified code base, and hypercall into Zen virtual machine manager. Then some of the privileged instructions here with Zen hypervisor. So now the user domain passes on privileged instruction to Zen hypervisor and vice versa. That means Zen hypervisor also passes some of the privileged instruction to user domain. Now what is in the Zen hypervisor or virtual machine manager? What does it do? It manages the memory, CPU, state register, and devices input output, which we have been studying. See, we see the virtualization of CPU, memory, and input output devices. So it is done in here, Zen hypervisor or virtual machine manager. Then there is this hardware trap. Now the instructions from this Zen hypervisor interacts with hardware 86, and those instructions are now connected here also. Again, there is one management domain. Now management domain has VM management, that is virtual machine management, HTTP interface, and access to the Zen hypervisor. Now we are taking a detailed description of this diagram. So here we have the above figure describes Zen architecture and its mapping onto a classic 86 privileged model. What are privileged instructions? Which are to be executed first whenever any kind of an execution takes place or process takes place. See, the Zen based system is handled by Zen hypervisor, which is executed in the most privileged mode, and it maintains the access of guest operating system to the basic hardware. Guest operating system are run between domains which represents virtual machine instances. Now what we understand with this is that the Zen architecture here in the diagram, how it is shown that the Zen architecture and its mapping onto the classic 86 architecture. Classic 86 architecture here is in the privilege mode, or I could say it is privilege model. Now this Zen based system, what it do is it handled, or this Zen based system is handled by Zen hypervisor. We have seen there Zen hypervisor, or we could say the virtual memory manager or virtual machine manager. So it has three things, that is memory management, CPU, state management, and devices input output. So it is handled by Zen hypervisor, which is executed in the most privileged mode. That means mostly privileged instructions are being transmitted and executed, and it maintains the access of guest operating system to the basic hardware. Now what guest operating system do here are they run between domains which represents virtual machine instances. In addition, particular control software which has privileged access to the host and handles all other guest operating system runs in a special domain called domain 0. This is the only one loaded once the virtual machine manager has fully booted and hosts an HTTP server that delivers request for virtual machine creation, configuration, and termination. Then this component establishes the primary version of a shared virtual machine manager, which is a necessary part of cloud computing system delivering infrastructure as a service solution. So here what we can see here is there is a control software. Now this control software has privileged access to the host, and it handles all the other guest operating system which is running in a special domain called domain 0, or we could say the ring 0. Here this is the only one loaded once the virtual machine manager has fully booted. That means once it is loaded, it is fully booted, and then it hosts an HTTP server which deliver request for virtual machine creation. That means when virtual machine are to be created, it is done when the request is generated. So it can be created, configured, and terminated as per the request generated by the virtual machine manager. This component establishes the primary version of a shared virtual machine manager, which is necessary part of cloud computing system, as cloud computing system gives us infrastructure as a service there. Now, various x86 implementations support 4 distinct security levels termed as rings. That is ring 0, ring 1, ring 2, and ring 3. Here, ring 0, it represents the level having most privilege, and ring 3 represents the level having least privilege. We have seen there in the diagram, there are 4 levels. So this is ring 0, this is ring 1, this is ring 2, and this is ring 3. So this ring 0, it is the most privileged layer, and ring 3, it is the least privileged layer. Almost all the frequency used operating system except for OS2 uses only 2 levels, that is ring 0 for the kernel code and ring 3 for user application and non-privileged OS program. This provides the chance to Zen to implement para-virtualization. This enables Zen to control unchanged application binary interface, or I could say the ABI, thus allowing a simple shift to Zen virtualized solutions from an application perspective. Due to the structure of x86 instruction set, some instructions allow code execution in ring 3 to switch to ring 0, that is kernel mode. Such an operation is done at hardware level and hence between a virtualized environment. It will lead to a trap or a silent fault, thus preventing the general operation of the guest operating system as it is now running in ring 1. See, here we are understanding the connectivity or the usage of the rings which is present there in the diagram, that is ring 0, 1, 2 and 3. So what they are doing, as we all know, ring 0 is the most privileged one and ring 3 is the least privileged one. Ring 3 deals with the user applications and ring 0 deals with the privileged instructions of the operating system. Ring 0 we can also call it as the kernel mode, and this operation, the operations which are being performed, they are at the hardware level and between a virtualized environment. This condition is basically occurred by a subset of the system calls. To eliminate the situation, implementation in operating system requires a modification and all the sensitive system calls needs re-implementation with hypercalls. Hypercalls, that means the hypervisor call. Here, hypercalls are the particular calls revealed by the virtual machine, or we could say VM, interface of Zen, and by use of it, Zen hypervisor tends to catch the execution of all the sensitive instructions, then manage them and return the control to the guest operating system with the help of supplied handler. Now here, para-virtualization demands the operating system code base to be changed, and hence all operating systems cannot be referred as guest operating system in a Zen-based environment. This condition holds where hardware-assisted virtualization cannot be free, which enables to run hypervisor in ring 1 and guest operating system in ring 0. Hence, Zen shows some limitations in terms of legacy hardware and in terms of legacy operating system. In fact, these are not possible to modify to be run in ring 1 safely as their code basis is not reachable, and concurrently the primary hardware has not any support to execute the in a more privileged mode than ring 0. That means ring 0 is the most privileged one, ring 1 is a step less privileged as compared to ring 0, and then ring 2 is one step more less as compared to ring 1, and ring 3 is the least. Open source operating system like Linux can be simply modified as its code is openly available, and Zen delivers full support to virtualization. while components of Windows are basically not compatible with Zen unless hardware assisted virtualization is available. See, what this wants to explain here is that open source operating system like Linux can be simply modified as its code is openly available. But Zen delivers full support to virtualization while the components of Windows are basically not compatible with Zen. See, you do not know what is the code here in Windows because it is not an open source. Thus, the virtualization of Windows with Zen or compatibility of Windows with Zen can be done unless hardware assisted virtualization for Windows via Zen is available. As new releases of operating systems are designed to virtualize, the problem is getting resolved and new hardware supports x86 virtualization. Zen here offers two types of virtualization. First one is para virtualization and full virtualization. In para virtualization, the virtualized operating system runs on modified version of the operating system, which results in the operating system knowing that it is virtualized. See, now we know that Zen offers two types of virtualization. First one is the para virtualization and second one is the full virtualization. Now again, what happens in para virtualization? The virtualized operating system, it runs on the modified version of the operating system, which results that operating system is known or it has the information that it is virtualized. This enables much more efficient communication between the operating system and the physical hardware, as the hardware devices can be addressed directly. The only drawback of para virtualization is that a modified guest operating system needs to be used, which is not provided by many vendors. The counterpart of para virtualization is full virtualization. This is a virtualization mode where the CPU needs to provide support for virtualization extensions. So here what we know that the counterpart for para virtualization is full virtualization. Now what it is there, that this is the type of virtualization mode, or this is a virtualization mode where CPU, it needs to provide support for virtualization extension. That means it has to perform or it has to provide the support for this particular virtualization extensions. In full virtualization, unmodified virtualized operating systems can efficiently address the hardware because of this support. Which support? That means the support provided by CPU to virtualized extensions. Now, commercial versions of Zen. Although Zen is included in the Linux kernel, only a few Linux distributors or distributions such as Oracle Unbreakable Linux and SUSE Linux Enterprise Server offers a supported Zen stack. Red Hat included Zen up to Red Hat Enterprise Linux, that is RHEL5, but it switched to KVM with the release of RHEL6. In addition to the Linux distributions that include Zen, Citrix has an open source product called Zen Server. Now here, Zen Server offers Zen-based virtualization packaged with a web-based management platform which enables easy management of virtual machines on a cluster consisting of multiple Zen servers. A similar web-based management client is included in Oracle Virtual Machine, but SUSE does not provide a graphical integrated management client. Citrix also developed Zen Desktop, a product that enables companies to run virtual desktops on top of a Zen infrastructure. Originally, Zen offered the Zen End or X End processors to install and manage virtual machines from the command line. The XN process is a management daemon that's addressed by XE, XK, or XL command depending on the Zen versions that is used. In modern Zen environments, the XEND process is often replaced by libvirt that is library virtualization D or directory, a more generic interface used by the virtualization platforms like KVM, which is managed by using the rich Wish command line utility. See, here it is a process that explain how Zen came to Zen server now, which is available there. Then that Zen server has provided us with XN processes, and then what is the difference between Zen environment and the KVM environment, and which is more usable these days. KVM versus Zen. Here, since Red Hat dropped Zen support in 2010, interest shifted from Zen to KVM as the major Linux virtualization platform. See, we have learned about KVM before. So here, as we all know, that the Red Hat, which provides the Linux, has shifted its interest Zen to KVM since 2010. Thus, now KVM acts as the major Linux virtualization platform as it is kernel based virtual machine which is there in Linux operating systems. KVM established itself as the leading virtualization platform for the Linux operating system during the period between Red Hat dropping Zen in 2010 and the Linux Foundation adopting Zen in 2015. That means KVM was the most prominent virtualization technique from 2010 to 2015 when Zen was again adopted by Linux Foundation in 2015. This shift of attention, however, doesn't mean Zen is irrelevant. That means Zen is still relevant and it is used for the virtualization technologies. It has its own benefits. Major sites around the world are offering virtualization platforms based on Zen. The most important of these is Amazon Web Services, one of the leading public cloud platforms. Also, Zen is still doing very well in mission critical production environments. That means the production environment which is based on a particular mission. It has to be completed and it has certain tasks because it has a reputation for being more stable and reliable than KVM, that is kernel based virtual machines. Future of Zen. Since its adoption by the Linux Foundation, Zen has been formally included in the Linux kernel. That means from 2015 it is being formally included in the Linux kernel. Also, there is a healthy interest in further development of Zen from different commercial vendors because Zen Server and Zen Desktop are important products for Citrix, and Oracle and Amazon built their virtualization platform. Oracle Virtual Machine with Zen, that results in a solid future for Zen. That means it is being used and will be used in future with Oracle Virtual Machines. Thank you.